Jannaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Radha Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Jannaranjana Yashodanandana Jannaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Pancha Tattva Jaya Pancha Tattva Pancha Tattva Jaya Pancha Tattva Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Vishnupada Brahms Parijajikacharya Stotra Sima Abhay Jarnarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki समस्त गौर भक्त वृंद की मिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नामयाचार्यपदाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी Hare Krishna. So welcome to all of you for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So in this class today we are going to discuss canto number 3, chapter number 18 and text 20 and 21 we are going to discuss. So on sloka number 20 we have purport, and sloka number 21st there is no purport, just we have to read that sloka also. So 20th sloka, is written here, daityasya. Okay, so please repeat after me. Daityasya yajña-avayavasya māyā gṛhīta-vārāha-tanor mahātmanaḥ kauravya mahyāṁ dviṣator vimardanam didṛkṣur āgād ṛṣibhir vṛtaḥ svarāṭ daityasya yajña-avayavasya māyā gṛhīta-vārāha-tanor mahātmanaḥ kauravya mahyāṁ dviṣator vimardanam didṛkṣur āgād ṛṣibhir vṛtaḥ svarāṭ daityasya yajña-avayavasya māyā gṛhīta-vārāha-tanor mahātmanaḥ kauravya mahyām dviṣator vimardanam didṛkṣur āgād ṛṣibhir vṛtaḥ svarāṭ. Mataji. Prabhu, you like to read? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You like to read? So, Mataji's. So, we will recite just 21st sloka together. So, then after that, so I will be reading word to word meaning of the 20th sloka. Asanna saundiramapeeta sadvasam kruta pratikara maharya vikramam vilaksha daityam bhagavan sahasranir jagadanaarayanamādisukaram. So now word to word meaning of 20th text I am reading, okay? You just follow me. Daityasya, of the demon, yajña-avayavasya, of the personality of Godhead, of whose body yajna is a part. Māyā, through his potency, gṛhīta, was assumed. Vāraha, of a boar. Tanoḥ, whose form. mahātmanaḥ, of the Supreme Lord. Kauravya, O Vidura, descendant of Kuru. mahyām, for the sake of the world. dviṣator, of the two enemies. vimardanam, the fight. didṛkṣuḥ, desirous to see. āgād, came. ṛṣibhir, by the sages. vṛtaḥ, accompanied. svarāṭ, Brahma. So translation: O descendant of Kuru, Brahma, the most independent demigod of the universe, accompanied by his followers, came to see the terrible fight for the sake of the world between the demon and the personality of Godhead, who appeared in the form of a boar. I am reading text of 21st sloka also. After arriving at the place of combat, Brahma, the leader of thousands of sages and transcendentalists, saw the demon who had attained such a unprecedented power that no one could fight with him. Brahma then addressed Narayana, who was assuming the form of a boar for the first time. So now 20th sloka's purport. So his purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. The fight between the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the demon is compared to a fight between bulls for the sake of a cow. The earth planet is also called go or cow, as bulls fight between themselves to ascertain who will have union with a cow. There is always a constant fight between the demons and the Supreme Lord, or his representative, for the supremacy over the earth. Here the Lord is significantly described as yajña-avayavasya. One should not consider the Lord to have the body of an ordinary boar. He can assume any form, and he possesses all such forms eternally. It is from him that all other forms have emanated. This boar form is not to be considered the form of an ordinary hog. His body is actually full of yajña, or worshipable offerings. Yajña, sacrifices are offered to Vishnu. Yajña means the body of Vishnu. His body is not material. Therefore, he should not be taken to be an ordinary boar. Brahma is described in this verse as svarāṭ. Actually, full independence is exclusive to the Lord himself. But as part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, every living entity has a minute quantity of independence. Each and every one of the living entities within this universe has this minute independence. But Brahma, being the chief of all living entities, has a greater potential of independence than any other. He is the representative of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and has been assigned to preside over universal affairs. All other demigods work for him. Therefore, he is described here as svarāṭ. He is always accompanied by great sages and transcendentalists, all of whom came to see the bullfight between the demon and the Lord. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha. Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are discussing Varaha Leela. So this chapter describes fighting between Varaha Bhagavan and demon Hiranyaksha. This chapter and also next chapter, both chapters they discuss about fight, 18 and 19. So context is it's like this. Yajña-avayavasya came to take back Earth planet from Garbhodaka ocean. It fell in Garbhodaka ocean. So to lift that Earth planet from that ocean to keep in a right place, Varaha Bhagavan came from nostrils of Brahmadev. Actually, at that time, Hiranyaksha was not there. In the beginning day, actually, beginning day, first day of Brahmaji. So on that first day of Brahmaji, also that first Manvantara, in that first Manvantara, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu didn't take any birth. There is no chance of fighting with Hiranyaksha actually by Varaha in first Manvantara. So Adi Sukara, actually the first Varaha is Shvetavaraha. Story was going about Shvetavaraha. That means white Varaha. Story line is completely is in the description of so first Varaha, Adi Sukara, that is Shvetavaraha. There is no chance to fight with Hiranyaksha at that time, lifting of the earth. But why it came? Here Hiranyaksha's story. What happened? Vidura, why inquired? Maitreya explaining about first Varaha. So Swayambhu Manu was ordered by his father, go and get progeny and go to earth planet and you rule on that. That was the story. That was the thing he said. And when he went and he saw there was no earth, he complained that to Brahmaji. Then Brahmaji was meditating, what happened? What happened to earth? Where it gone? Like that he was meditating. Then by that time, from that nostrils of Brahmaji, Lord Varaha came. Initially very small and he became very huge. He was covering all three planetary systems, upper planetary systems. Satyaloka, Tapoloka and Janaloka. So okay, after that Varaha went and he lifted the earth planet and he kept. Where is Hiranyaksha at that time? Hiranyaksha was there? There was no Hiranyaksha. So then why story came for Hiranyaksha actually here? Killing of Hiranyaksha was there in first Manvantara. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu appear in which Manvantara? Sixth Manvantara, Chakshasha Manvantara. So what is the reason here? Yes. Who? Maitreya. Bhedepi ekavat varnanam. Bhedepi ekavat varnanam. Even though those two, Bheda means, even those two incidents are two different incidents. So one story is belonging to Chakshasha Manvantara, one story is belonging to Svetavaraha. That means Swayambhu Manvantara. And another story is belonging to Chakshasha Manvantara. Of course, Bhedepi, even though those are two different, Ekavat Varnanam. Ekavat Varnanam. So he describes it as one story actually. What Maitreya did in the 13th chapter of this Bhagavatam, this series, at that time, so Lord Varaha lifted earth. While lifting earth, he killed Hiranyaksha. So description was going about Svetavaraha, and suddenly he told, so he killed. Maitreya told that he killed Hiranyaksha. Actually, there is no chance of killing Hiranyaksha because the description is going about Svetavaraha. So why he described like that, Maitreya? So that is Bhedepi ekavat varnanam. He does not only here, he does in the past also. So actually he was describing about Padmakalpa story. There is no chance of appearance of Chatushkumaras. So but in the 12th chapter of 3rd canto, you can see appearance of Chatushkumaras also is explained. Actually in the Padmakalpa, that means the first day of the 51st year of the Brahmaji is known as Padmakalpa. There is no chance of appearance of Sanat Kumaras. Sanat Kumaras appear on which day? The first day of the Brahmaji. The age of Brahmaji is 100 years and Kumaras age also 100 years. They also appear on the same day actually. Even the Prajapatis also they appear on the same day. Their Ayu, their lifespan is also equal to 100 years of Brahmaji. So but now 51st year story is going on. Suddenly why he said that in the 12th chapter, if you see, Kumaras appeared and they were asked to have progeny, but they rejected that order of his father and they went off. So why this is also Bhedepi ekavat varnanam. Not only here, he is going to do one more place. In 3rd canto, in 2nd chapter actually, we are going to see, 31st chapter. So about the Jivatma. In 30th chapter we have seen Jivatma which is doing Vikarma. What is the destiny of that Jivatma is being explained in the 30th chapter of 3rd canto. That means they will be going to the hellish planets. After going to the hellish planets, those Jivatmas will be getting punishment in lower planetary systems. That's lower planetary means in the Narakas, 28 types of Narakas they get punishment. After that, they will be once again taking as per the vasanas of those living entities. So they will be taking once again animal bodies and there is a evolution and then finally they will come to the human body. They are going to get human body. So like this, and they are entering into the womb of mother through his father, and that, so Jivatma is going to get through the liquids of both male and female come together, and that will be forming, that is going to become a body, and slowly, slowly this Jivatma is getting body, and development of that Jivatma's body is explained in the Bhagavatam 31st chapter. So first month, second month, third month, fourth month, like that, keep on explained, and suddenly in the 7th month we are going to see that. So this Jivatma is praying to Lord. So, oh my Lord, so I forgot your lotus feet. Actually, it's a big mistake. I will not do once again same mistake. After taking birth, I will definitely do your bhakti, and I will utilize this life. Like this, we hear the prayers. Jivatma is praying Lord. But description is going about what? Jivatma, which is doing vikarma and going to the hellish planets and taking birth again. So that Jivatma is being described in that conversation, in that context, and that Jivatma is praying. If you take like that, every Jivatma prays in the womb of mother, Lord, that means everyone should be a devotee. And no, that means no Jivatma should be there by this time actually. Because from beginningless this creation is going on. So Jivatmas, everyone know that Lord, then what is the point of the being in the samsara here? So there also we should understand actually. Suddenly he once again he did mixing. He was telling about the karmi Jivatma. Suddenly he started telling about devotee Jivatma, bhakta Jivatma. Jivatmas can be classified into 3 ways. Bhakta Jivatma, Jnani Jivatma, Karmi Jivatma. So Ashtanga Yoga also you can take part of the Jnani Jivatma only. Those Jivatmas who practiced Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga in the previous lives, those Jivatmas only will be remembering so about Ashtanga Yoga, and they started practicing there. You know, that small baby try to so practice Ashtanga Yoga inside the body, and also Jnani Jivatma also telling, understanding about the, so are remembering about Brahman. And what about Bhakta Jivatma who did Bhakti and who has Bhakti samskaras in the previous life? Those Jivatmas are remembering Lord. Only those Jivatmas who had already association of so devotees, and who came to know, who got the mercy of the devotees, and that Jivatma only can remember Lord. Not the every Jivatma. Every single Jivatma will never. And so that's why they are remembering, my Lord, actually I want to utilize my life. So next, whenever I take birth, I will do your devotion. So only those Jivatmas will say. And their birth also very easy actually. There is no lot of pressure on the Bhakta Jivatma. Suti prasuta, that means that nipidata, that means the push is not so heavy and not painful. Those Bhakta Jivatmas are peacefully coming out from the womb of mother. Then what about Karmi Jivatmas? Karmi Jivatmas, they remember 100 lifetimes whatever sins they did. All those sins they remember, and they got shaken actually. They were shaken in the body of the mother. And so they will be always becoming, so that means life after life, these many pains, and they are also remembering their sinful activities and their punishments in hellish planets. And what happened? These all 100 lives sins and the punishments they are remembering and getting fear. And they are not able to stay peacefully in the womb of mother. So those are all the Karmi Jivatma. The main point is, there also mixing is done actually. So, Vedepi ekavat varnanam. So even though those are 2 different incidents, but since similarity is there, so they are described as one episode actually, as one event actually. So here also like that, we are seeing actually in this 3rd canto about the Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha appearance. We have seen in the 14th chapter and 15, and actually why they fall down in from the Jaya and Vijaya falling down. That means they were cursed. Why they were cursed is also explained. That is also will of the Lord only. So those things are described there. Then finally, we are their birth. We have seen in the 17th chapter. And now Hiranyaksha claiming all the planets are my planets. And he won't come back because his energy is so heavy and he is getting kujli ho raha hai unka. Actually, he is getting itching of for fighting actually. So he was looking for a proper that means fight who can give the equal combat for him. And he went to Varunadev, but Varunadev surrendered. So my dear Hiranyaksha, I became old actually. I am an old man, I cannot fight with you. So please, move forward. Then after that he met Narada Muni. So Narada said, okay, you want to go? Then you go in this direction. This Rasatala direction you go, in this Garbhodaka direction, then you will find real comeback you will get. So then after that, Hiranyaksha met Lord Varahadev. And there was verbal war. Initially, there was verbal war. And of course, there are Saraswata meanings are there. And Hiranyaksha was scolding Lord as a Jangleshwar. That means you are forest pig. He's telling like that, forest pig and so and so. So then we have seen how the fight is started is being also is explained in the previous slokas. So in this sloka we are seeing, O descendant of Kuru, Brahma, the most independent demigod. Brahmaji also came actually to see this fighting. And here in this sloka, main important points Prabhupada is highlighting. So, mahyām dviṣatoḥ vimardanam, didṛkṣur āgād, ṛṣibhir vṛtaḥ svarāṭ, gṛhīta-vārāha-tanor mahā-ātmanaḥ, kauravya mahyām dviṣatoḥ vimardanam. So in the purport or in the translation you can see how the fight is going on. Fight is compared with what? The most independent demigod of the universe, accompanied by his followers, came to see the terrible fight for the sake of the world between the demon and the personality of Godhead, who appeared in the form of a boar. So here it is appearing, this fighting is appearing like the fight between the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the demon is compared to a fight between bulls for the sake of a cow. Mother Earth, so to gain Earth, one side Varahadev and another side Hiranyaksha. Both were fighting actually. It's like appearing like a, for even villages you can see, when there is a cow, bulls they will be trying to unite with that cow. And they used to fight like anything. Particularly you can see in Varanasi. Because Varanasi is full of bulls only. So, and small streets and big bulls. And if they see one cow, then bulls started running behind that. And if you come in the path of those bulls' path, you will be out. So several times people, they just miss the accidents because of aggressiveness of bulls. They fight like anything to gain the bull. Similarly here, Lord Varaha and Hiranyaksha resembling like that. The earth planet is also called go or cow. All bulls fight between themselves to ascertain who will have union with a cow. There is always a constant fight between the demons and the Supreme Lord, or his representative for supremacy over the earth. From the beginning actually you can see, so beginning of the creation, we keep on seeing what? There is a fight between demons and demigods. They always try to claim their ownership on Mother Earth, which is being continued now also. We are seeing there is always fight for acquiring the land. You can see all the time. Now it is in a very minor level actually. It's not like a huge with the big bombs and not with big weapons. So in the villages also you can see, when we have land with us, there is always fighting actually. Fighting for land. And this is the because everything, all economy, everything is dependent on what? Earth. So that's why Arthashastra is also known as Prithivyaha. So acquiring land and maintaining land. The subject which describe about how to acquire land and how to maintain land. That Shastra, that book is known as Arthashastra. So that's why everything is dependent on land. So whatever minerals you want, they all come from land. Whatever the grains, food, whatever you want to produce, everything comes from land only. So that's why entire economy is dependent on what? So land. So that's why there is a fight for land actually. All the people, they want to acquire land. So that's why you can see there is a fight between the different countries also keep on fighting for acquiring the land. They want to expand, they want to increase their position on the land. So this is very, very naturally we are seeing from the beginning. Hiranyaksha also wanted to keep the land with him, this Mother Earth. He doesn't want to give this, and he wants to control and all the people. So this earth should be ruled by them. So now also you can see people are very aggressively actually, demons. They are keep on trying to get the control on land and also control on the people actually. They break the religious principles. They will make the people to go away from the religious principles, and so there will be no purity or no goodness in the society, so that they will become more and more, that means away from the spiritual life, and they become more and more demonic. So such arrangements they do. In this way, demons, they conquer all the time the innocent people. So in this way, what next is said here, a bulls fight between themselves to ascertain who will have union with a cow. There is always a constant fight between the demons and the Supreme Lord or his representative for supremacy over the earth. Here the Lord is significantly described as yajña-avayavasya. There is next Prabhupada is taking the point, yajña-avayavasya. Lord Varaha his body is completely what? Full of yajña actually. His 4 legs are compared with chaturhotram, and his tusk chaturhotram. So 4 different types of karma. And his tusk is compared with the different spoons which are used in yajña. And his eyes are nothing but clarified butter. So that means Lord Varaha is personification of yajña actually. So that's why in his body, every limb is representing one item. So one item of the yajña. So yajña-varaha. You can see like, because he came from nostrils of Brahmaji actually. What Lord exhales, Karananashaya Vishnu, Mahavishnu exhales what? Oxygen he exhales, carbon dioxide he exhales. No, what he exhales? He exhales Vedas. And same that Vedas are taken inside. What Brahmaji inhales, same Vedas he inhales. And when he exhaling, what he comes? At the time also, Veda only will come out. So Varaha also came from exhalation of Brahmaji. So that's why Veda means what? Full of yajñas. So that's why what is exhaled by Brahmaji? Veda, which is nothing but yajña. So that's why Lord Varaha is the personification of yajñas. Like this, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also explained somewhere in the previous chapters. So, yajña-avayavasya, daityasya yajña-avayavasya. One should not consider the Lord to have the body of an ordinary boar. Next point actually, Prabhupada is writing. So, but people think that Lord is there. So some people they think that this Brahma Jyoti is there, particularly Mayavadis. And they think So that Brahma Jyoti is reflecting on Vidya. So now this Varaha came in that way. Vidya is mode of goodness, potency of the goodness. On that Brahma Jyoti reflected, and that is becoming now Varaha Bhagavan. And they consider this Varaha body is also out of Maya. So like this, that means it was taken, it is assumed by Brahman. Some people they think, so Brahman is reflecting on Vidya, so that's why Vishnu is formed, and that Vishnu's avatara is Varaha or Matsya, Kurma, Vamana, like this. These Mayavadis, how they consider? They are considering Vishnu is nothing but out of Maya, and his avatara is Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, and so and so. So it's a very narrow understanding actually. It's not like that. It's not like that. Varaha is not having the body out of Maya, no. Of course, he is avatar of Vishnu, but body is not out of Maya actually. That body is also transcendental body. It's completely transcendental. It's out of three modes. And this body, and also it is not temporary. People they think that for the sake of Leela, Vishnu took this form of Varaha. Once Leela is finished, Varaha also out. People they think like this. This is also not correct understanding actually. Varaha form is also eternally existing. It's eternally existing in Varaha Loka. Like you have Nrisinga Loka, Matsya Loka, Kurma Loka, Vamana Loka, Goloka, like that. All these lokas are existing. So Varaha Bhagavan is always existing. And whoever worship Varaha Bhagavan with pure devotion, they will be seeing Varaha in the every living entity's heart, and they will be going to the Varaha Loka. And Varaha Bhagavan is also eternally existing. And also this Leela is continuously happening. This Leela is not having any break actually. Somewhere in this many crores of millions of Brahmandas are there, somewhere this Leela is keep on going actually. So that's why every Leela is continuous. And also every form is eternal. That's the Swamsha forms of the Lord are eternal, and all those forms are coming from Krishna only. Coming means the source of all these forms is Krishna. But these forms cannot be source for Krishna actually. Krishna is original form. Original means, don't think that these are all duplicate. These are also original only. But here meaning of original means, whenever Prabhupada uses the word original, means that is the cause of all other forms. It is very systematically described in Bhagavad Sandarbha actually. So what are the different, first of all it is described, Lord is not ordinary, that is not out of the living entity's body, how it is ordinary with modes, his body is not at all like that. And after that, that body's features are explained. So Lord's body is vibhuti, that vibhutvam is there. It is all pervasive. Being Lord is having the form of, with the boundaries. You can see Krishna's body, you can have boundaries. That means this much height and this much length and this much width you can find. So, but also how he can be vibhu? Being having a limited, he is limited to some limited space, his body is limited to some particular space, and how can you say he is all pervasive? This is the point actually we get doubt also. How we can, and what about these forms? When he is performing Leela, then these forms also are having the Leelas, then what is the connection? And how to see this? So these are all being explained. Even he has, so a limited shape actually, madhyama akara. Akara means is limited. But still he is all pervasive. And there are several examples are there to explain this. In Bhagavatam, So Narada Muni, when he went to 16,000 houses of, so queens of Lord Krishna, so Narada Muni is seeing Lord is in every house. But with one body, he is existing everywhere and doing various activities, different activities. Ekena vapusha. With one body, he is existing everywhere. How it is possible actually? As per our human body, with one body, we cannot exist in the same time in this room and also in the next room. Is it possible for us? It's impossible for us. That is our understanding, our logical, our conventional understanding is, if there is a one body at one place, it cannot exist so in another place. Maybe out of the magic, so you may produce the bodies, like in the battle of the Rama and Ravana, we can see Ravana's son Indrajit, he was producing so many bodies, but all those bodies are duplicate bodies and one is only original. So that's why Lakshmana has to target only the one real one, otherwise he will not die. That means there one is real and remaining all are duplicate. But in the case of Krishna here, Narada Muni is clearly experiencing that. So all are original only. And but only one body that is. But everywhere is existing. So how it is possible? Any conventional brain cannot understand this. So-called, that means relative mind, it cannot understand. How it is possible one object, real object, and is existing in another room also, in another place also. Same this. It's not that some extension of this or some kind of another version of this. No. Exactly same this only is existing in another place also. How it is possible? This is only possible by achintya shakti, achintyaha kalu, e bhavaha tans tarkena na yojayet. These are all inconceivable potency. It cannot be understood. Why Mayavadis are not able to accept Lord as it is? Because they are not accepting inconceivable potency of the absolute truth. And they want to interpret everything based upon their buddhi, tarka actually. And since the Lord, these features are not setting to their tarka, their logic, so that's why they demean, they don't take Lord's features and Lord's glories as it is. They demean by their tarka. They use different alternative meanings. So in this way, they are actually completely changing the purports of Vedas into as per their mental speculation. That is a very cruelness actually. It's a cruelty actually. It's a himsa actually. Because and preaching that kind of philosophy is like a cheating the jivatmas. So, but those jivas who got the mercy of Lord and his devotees, those who got the mercy of Lord through the mercy of devotees, and because of that, mercy is nothing but what? Inconceivable potency. Don't undermine mercy. Mercy of a Vaishnava is beyond your thinking, beyond your logic. So such a potency is given to you, that is known as mercy. When that mercy is given to ordinary living entity which is coming out of Tadasya Shakti of the Lord and which is having this body out of mind, intelligence, these are all out of Bahiranga Shakti, very inferior potency. And such a Jivatma, when it gets the mercy, mercy means inconceivable potency, it is a Sarupa Shakti of the Lord. Bhakti Shakti, mercy is nothing but bhakti only. So when devotee's heart is fully melted because of the bhakti, so that melted heart, which is nothing but that is becoming completely transcendental, that heart. So that heart is only flowing by seeing the misery of the Jivatma. So this heart got melted and flowing, which is nothing but full of bhakti. So that flow is nothing but mercy. That is inconceivable potency. So when that comes to us, then we stop doing logical tarka. We accept Krishna the way it is described in the scriptures as it is. We accept the statements of the sadhus as it is. Yes, Lord is having the transcendental body. And my tarka has no value. But this is also true. So only those people who accept this mercy, those people only can progress in devotion. Those who never accept this mercy, but those give preference for their own so-called material logic actually, out of intelligence, and they are rejecting this mercy. And they will suffer life after life because they are not accepting the transcendental qualities of the Lord. Since they are not accepting the inconceivable potency of the Lord, since they are always think that Lord is also under his logic, and Lord also, yatamam prapadyante tam tadhaiva bhajamyaham. He will also keep them like that only. Get the bodies of the material bodies again and again and suffer. So that's why one should accept. This is the meaning of coming to Krishna consciousness. Means accepting mercy of the pure devotees is the meaning of coming into Krishna consciousness. And don't undermine this mercy is very, very important in our devotional life. So, and all these forms, Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, are simultaneously existing in the Lord's Krishna's body, and also because they are all not inseparable from him. And also they are existing in the respective lokas. How it is possible? It is also inconceivability. So, but all this inconceivability you should accept based upon scriptures only. Oh, anyway, inconceivability, then I can manufacture whatever the way I want. In that way, inconceivability you cannot manufacture. You have to follow scripture to accept what extent inconceivability you should accept. What are the things you should, that also said in the Shastra, but not to your speculation. Anything, whatever you don't know, so you simply say it's inconceivable. No, it's not right. You have to follow scriptures. Whatever is said in the scriptures, that only you should speak. Then that is loyalty. We should have loyalty towards scriptures. If you don't maintain loyalty, then this is nothing but, so we are cheating the people. We are cheating ourselves, and also we are cheating others. So here the Lord is significantly described as yajña-avayavasya. One should consider Lord have the body of an ordinary boar. He can assume any form, and he possesses all such forms eternally. All forms are eternal. It's not that the Varaha Leela is over, then Varaha form is out now. No. All Varaha forms also existing. Also many types of Varahas are there. White Varaha, red Varaha, blue Varaha, green Varaha. So various Leelas, various Varahas. So all are eternally existing. He can assume any form, and he possesses all such forms eternally. It is from him that all other forms have emanated. So assume means he can assume any form. Assume means don't think that it is the imaginary. So that is the limitation of the language. So that's the word assumed you used. But it is eternally existing, that is being manifested. Or it is showed in that Leela at that time. But Lord is not assuming anything. We are not just assuming he is. It is eternally existing and manifesting as per requirement, which is eternally existing in his body and also in respect to lokas. Any form, and he possesses all such forms eternally. It is from him that all other forms have emanated. This boar form is not to be considered the form of an ordinary hog. So his body is actually full of yajña. So that's why our understanding about Krishna should be purified by the scriptural injunctions or whatever statements said by scriptures. With that knowledge should be purified. So intelligence should be purified. With that purified intelligence, one will get the very strong faith. So one should understand the underlying philosophy properly actually. Out of just laziness, so we should not say anyway, I believe in Lord. But actually you are not trying to understand that the way it is explained in the Shastra, you are not understanding that. Simply you say, yes, I believe in Lord, but when you ask, you are deviating from Shastra, then such a way of saying that means I believe in Lord is really not good actually. It's not good for spiritual life. It's not at all good for spiritual life, and such a people's Shraddha can be challenged at any time. Any time it can be challenged. Any tricky question is asked to him, then he is not able to answer, then he will be finished. His shraddha will break, and his faith on Lord will break, and his... So that's why, because many of people are coming and leaving our movement, because there is no deep understanding of the reality, that means the tattva. Whatever the truth, that should be deeply understood. That's why Prabhupada said again and again, his books, each and every line and word has to be read very carefully and scrutinizingly, and try to sit and understand. That is the purpose of having Bhagavatam class, is like interactive class. So trying to understand the things. And so this is the purpose. Any questions? Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for the class.
Yes.
So regarding this Jivatma praying to Paramatma, so because I'm asking this question to you because you have gone through all the sandarbhas very nicely and books of the, so you can answer them nicely. So there are two groups of opinions from the devotees. That one group says, quoting Jiva Goswami only, they say that there is Paramatma in the spiritual world with the Jiva. And another group opinion is, they say that there is no Paramatma with the Jiva. When he goes to the spiritual world, so there is no Paramatma with him. So please clarify which one is correct actually, because both cannot be correct.
It means Paramatma is there in spiritual world or not?
Yeah, with the Jiva.
Paramatma is inclusive of Bhagavan. So, Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti shabdyate. So, Bhagavan is existing in the spiritual world. Bhaga is there, which is inclusive of Paramatma also. In that way, Paramatmatvam is there. Paramatmatvam is there in that way. Like 100 rupees is also including of 10 rupees. In that way it is there. But what is the meaning of Paramatma? The meaning of Paramatma is Jiva Maya Shakti Niyantritva Shakti Yukta Chinmatra Satta. Jiva Maya Niyantritva Shakti Yukta Chinmatra Satta is equal to Paramatma. That means Chinmatra Satta is a Visheshya. It is also having, so what kind of potency? The potency to control Maya and Jiva. The role of Paramatma is what? Controlling of Maya and Jiva. So such a potency Chinmatra Shakti is having. So that potency plus Chinmatra Shakti is equal to Paramatma. Simple Chinmatra Shakti is equal to Brahman. So Samasta Shakti Yukta Chinmatra Satta. All potencies plus Chinmatra Satta is equal to Bhagavan. Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Brahman means simple Chinmatra. Paramatma means Jiva Maya Shakti, Jiva Maya, the controlling potency of Jiva and Jivatmas and Mayas plus Chinmatra Satta is equal to Paramatma. All Shaktis plus Chinmatra Satta is equal to
Bhagavan.
Bhagavan. That is the way. So now all Shaktis means Jiva Maya Shakti also is coming. Niyantrit Shakti is also coming inside. That's why Bhagavan is everywhere means in the spiritual world Bhagavan is everywhere. So that means automatically in that Paramatma is there in that way.
So if we can put it in a specific way, so when Jiva goes there in the spiritual world, so he attains one spiritual body, gets spiritual body. So in his spiritual body also Lord is there as Paramatma with him.
वो सब इधर नहीं बोला जाता है. That means in our scriptures, even in the Dadami Buddhi Yogam, there in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita also explained. So the phenomena of this spiritual body is not being explained to Jivas who are we. What phenomena is explained to us? Material body phenomena. How ego, false ego, chittam, intelligence, mind, senses and sense objects. What is the interaction? This is Sankhya philosophy for which body? Material body. Sankhya philosophy is not belong to spiritual body, is not explained anywhere. वो अभी बुद्धि को समझ में नहीं आता है. That will not be understood by us now. Yeah. I think we are, yeah. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
In regards to your answer, So I think his question is regarding the feature of Paramatma and the feature of Brahma Jyoti. Just like the functionality of Paramatma to control Maya and the Jivas, it is existing only in the material world, correct? Just like the Brahma Jyoti, it is sitting at the entrance of material and spiritual worlds. Though it's part of Bhagavan, the feature of Brahma Jyoti is just over there, and the feature of Paramatma as the functionality of controlling the Jiva and Maya, it exists only in the material world, correct?
That wherever there is need, that it exists. So Maya, your Mahamaya is here only, na? Then it will manifest. But in Bhagavan also Paramatmatvam is there. But wherever there is a need, that will manifest. But we don't know the physics or the analytical study of spiritual body, we don't know. So that door is closed there. Yeah.
Because one pramana is the jivas in the material world, they are amshas of Paramatma, and their origin is in the material world, because Paramatma expanding from Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, it's happening in the material world. So it's given as pramana that the jivas are here since Anadi, covered in avidya, because we are amshas of Paramatma, like Paramatma Sandarbha is speaking.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Jivatmas. Origin is not material world. Jivatma's origin is not material world. Yeah.
From Paramatma.
How the Bhagavatam flows from 2nd canto 5th chapter. So you can see the creation is explained from the Paramatma's, so Mahavishnu body, they are coming out. They are so staying for 100 years of Brahmaji and going inside. Coming out, going inside. Coming out, going inside. Till what time it will be in that loop? Till that time they get the association of sadhu. This is being said.
This is happening since Anadi, right?
There is no end and no beginning for this process. This is Bhagavatam we read everywhere. Okay, thank you very much for all of you. So, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.